back. I think it is Tuesday, March 19th. It's a really cold, fogged-in morning. Whereas yesterday, the day before, it was 82 and beautiful. So this weather is terrible. This is mostly going to be an informational video today. I got some info. That's why it will be an informational video. Mostly talking. You're not going to see a lot going on here. Some dirt getting picked up. Alright, so yesterday, the City of LA, Bureau of Sanitation, City Council Office, Mike Bonin, Kentwood Home Guardians, they had a meeting at Otis Art College. So I'm going to do some comments, some rude comments, some griping and complaining, and just to make the video good. Alright, so if you want to check out my channel, I posted the video, some 30 minutes of I'm trying to be nice here, of information that was given at the meeting last night. The meeting went for, I think, an hour and a half, 2 hours. After 30 minutes, I couldn't wait to get out of there. Got the notice about a day before in the email, and said that it was going to be at the community room at Otis College. No map of where the community room is. You show up at I called up the college. The people had no idea what the community room was or where it was. The admin people had no idea where the community room was. Asked them if I could bring a camera. They said, I don't know. You have to ask security. So got over to the school. No signs outside saying community college. When you are luckily a student, let a group of us into the campus, into the fenced off area. And when we got in there, then once you walked around, you saw a sign right at the front door of the place saying meeting. Otherwise, it was a free-for-all. Nobody had any idea. So, got to the meeting, 30 minutes of rambling. This was the biggest meeting they said they have had. I don't think they were expecting that amount of people. The room was not big enough. It was pretty bad. It was jam-packed. And so I'm going to talk about that meeting in a second. What do I want to say about the meeting? There was a lot of poster boards, a lot of information, and they explained to me what was going on down here. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And so, okay, so there's some condos over there. You really can't see them now because it's all fogged in. And that hill over there, that's the hill at the back of this property that I keep showing. So there was a woman who had a complaint. Now let me start off by, let me go just zoom in across the street really fast because I don't want this to go for too long. That's the pumping station over there. Doesn't look like anybody's doing anything. There's one truck over there. I don't see any heavy equipment working right now. They might start later on in the day. Way down the street over there, that's Westchester Parkway. Let's walk down there really quick. It's going to take another minute and a half of video, but or a minute and a half each way. But let's go walk down there. Right now they're still working on this big mound of dirt over here. And they've got the trucks lined up to take it out. So I'm going to walk down to Westchester Parkway, and the reason I'm doing that is because this is an informational, educational video. Westchester Parkway, the north side of that is going to be what is called the North Side Project. That means that everything on the north side of Westchester Parkway, possibly, I'm not sure, but I think possibly from Pershing all the way up to Sepulveda, is going to be called the North Side Project. They have rezoned this place. No houses can be rebuilt here ever. The only thing that can be built here is businesses related to the airport. I don't know what that means, but businesses related, supposedly businesses related to the airport. They've zoned the place so that they cannot put retail in here like a Costco or a Walmart or any large business retail over a certain size. Hopefully they don't put fast food on the street, but I think what's going to happen, I don't know if I'll be alive to see it, I think what's going to happen is they're going to do what the city is good at doing, is building up a lot of stuff to bring in tax dollars, and this place is going to be a traffic nightmare in no time, maybe in the next 5 to 10, 15 years. Okay, so this is the north side of Westchester Parkway. I don't know that they're going to be able to put anything on this block going from Falmouth to the west, and going east from Falmouth all the way to Sepulveda. There are plans to put the LA Airport Police Department, which now lives in a trailer by the river, and they've been in trailers for years. Check out the news if you want to find out, see some news about the LA Airport Police and some of the activity that was going on in the last 10 years involving those trailers and some of their employees. All right, so that's the north side. So the plan is they're going to be building businesses, or putting buildings. They have to be a certain height restriction according to the FAA, and they've got to be related to airport function, airport something. I didn't really understand in detail what they were talking about. As I said, I couldn't wait to get out of the meeting. There were way too many people in that meeting. The room was too small. I stayed for the first 30, I stayed for the first 30 minutes. And it was good information, but it dragged on and on and on and on and on and on and on like forever. And it's information that could have been said in about 10 minutes in an audio presentation. So that's the pile of dirt at the southeast corner. And after those 30 minutes, I couldn't wait to get out of there. People were standing in front of my camera. People were looking at me. People were messing with their hair. Well, you saw it. If you watch the video, you'll see it. People wanted to get their coffee, and I just couldn't find a good place to record. And I thought, I got to get out of here. Okay, so this is the dirt that they're working on right now at the southeast corner. And I've got two more things I want to talk about in a minute. Boy, it is cold out here. It's not that cold. I'm comfortable, but it's pretty cold compared to the 82 we just had. Okay, so I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about that pit that had the water in it, and then I also want to talk about somebody that showed up at the meeting complaining. Yes, I think I'll talk about the pit first, because we all want to know about the pit story. Lots of airplanes taking off in the other direction because it's fogged in, and so they take off. All right, so this is the pit. Remember I showed you they were filling this thing up with water, and I said something's going on because nobody is doing any work over here. They're just pulling dirt out. Well, that is what was happening. What they did is they've got sensors in the ground, from what I understand. I think they're sensors in the ground. They filled this pit up with a certain amount of water, and then they are analyzing the data to see how fast this water drains into the ground. And I just saw an airport police SUV pulling up over here. Haven't seen that the whole time I've been recording. Okay, so they're filling this thing up with water, and then they're going to watch and see how fast the water drains. And depending on the level of drainage, will decide if they need to compact this dirt more or if everything is fine. So that's the whole point of it. They filled it up for so many days with water. Now they're analyzing the data to see how much water, how fast the water drained and where it drained, and that will decide if they move on with the project or if they come back in here and compact the dirt even more before they continue. Now, as far as the pit, I asked the guy, I says, what the heck's going on? Because all I hear is there's piping that's going to be coming from the pumping station, and it's going to go over here, and the water is going to run through pipes, and the water is just going to soak into the ground. And he said, no can do. I can't go for that. So what is going to be happening is they're going to be building a tank in the bottom of this pit. Oh, there's the truck. Can you see it? We're going to go over there in a minute together, and it's all fogged in. They're going to go around like they showed you yesterday they were doing, all the way over to this dirt pile that they're emptying out. Okay, wow, I didn't see that. I'm so busy talking. One truck full, one truck getting filled up, and another truck on the way. So they're going to be building a tank in here. And I said, well, you can't bring a tank over, so obviously they're going to be bringing metal, steel material, and they're going to weld it or assemble it in here, and that's going to be what's going to happen. They're going to be popping material into here, building a tank, and I don't really understand because the drawings were really confusing that I've looked at. I thought they made it sound like the water is going to be brought through a whole bunch of pipes, and I think what they weren't showing or saying is that there's going to be a tank in here. So the water is going to go through all this piping and plumbing inside the tank, and then after it is clean, it's going to drain into the groundwater. So I could be wrong on that, but that's the latest. So I want to go over to the final part of this where the trucks are. But so I can show you the condos that are over there. That's the important thing. It's pretty noisy here right now. We got somebody walking by, so I'll wait till he goes by. Cannot really see much happening. Somebody walking, talking on their cell phone, because you can't go out on the streets ever without texting or playing with your cell phone or talking on it. Oh wow, lots of trucks here, lots and lots of trucks. All right, so let me go over to the corner over here. That dirt pile in the back is the northwestern part of the property, and somebody was complaining yesterday, so I don't want to get too into this whole thing, but she was one of those large and in charge women. We'll leave it at that. Large and in charge, owns the world, angry at the world, not happy with anything. Okay, so her complaint was that these guys start at 6:30 in the morning and they're here with their trucks going beep, 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 beep. Not true. These guys do not start at 6:30 in the morning. I could be wrong, but I believe the city says you can start construction at 7:30 in the morning anywhere. Well, this woman complained, did a lot of complaining. Let's go into the property over here. She did a lot of complaining. Okay, so there are the condos over there. She complained that this pile of dirt over here was not in the plans. And she's very upset that she's got to look at this dirt. And what ended up coming out was that, yes, that pile of dirt was in the plans. And she says, no, it wasn't. And the guy from the airport said, yes, it was. She said, no, it wasn't. So, and he just gave up on arguing with her. Her other complaint was that, they, as I said, they start too early in the morning and she's tired of listening to the noise. And she didn't like the noise. So she doesn't like the noise. She doesn't like that they start early. She doesn't like that there's too much dirt in her property. Oh, we got a lot of... She doesn't like that there's too much dirt in her property. Her balcony is covered with dirt. Now, I highly doubt the dirt is going over to this property over here. And there's just no way. The dirt flows around, dirt flies around in the air. So maybe there is some dirt going into on the balcony. But, you know, that's just part of life. This project is going to go forward no matter if she's angry or not. So, for her to come over and say, I don't like that there's dirt, I don't like the noise, you know, get a life. And then here's the other complaint. I want to show this to you in a minute after it becomes a little safer to get over to the other side of this road. So we've got this pile of dirt over here. And you see that equipment up at the top that I've been showing you day after day? She is claiming that these guys are sitting on this pile of dirt that should not be here and looking into the windows of her condo and watching her. Now, these guys are busy all day long, except when they're not. All right, one of the employees saying good morning to me. Yeah, they're really cool over here. These guys are really nice. So, and if she would just get out of her unit and come down and say hi to these people, she'd realize they're just people making a living, doing their job, working. And they're not trying to cause a problem. She made it sound like they come out here early, they make lots of noise, the trucks are beeping, and they sit in their vehicles and look into her window. And I gotta tell you, this woman is in her late 50s, mid 60s, far from a beauty queen, large and in charge, and nobody is looking in her window. And if they are probably jumping to the ground and holding their stomach so they don't get sick. So nobody's looking in her window. And if they're looking in her window, close your blinds, close your curtains. She just was very angry, big attitude. So, I don't know. That's what happened at the meeting. I couldn't wait to get out of there. And they're supposed to be putting more info on the website. They're going to be having another meeting. They talked about the police department and how they want to be a good neighbor. I don't know how a police department becomes a good neighbor. They move in and they do their job, and it's not like they're moving in here just to make everybody happy. They're doing what they've got to do. So as far as the businesses, she says they want to have the people be a good neighbor. You know, that sounds all good and happy, but life goes on. These people are going to move in, and people that are living around here are going to get old and die, and the cycle of life continues. So none of what happened in that meeting really matters. They talked about there are a lot of people that want to put a football field over here for the kids. They want to put baseball over here. They want to put hockey over here. Hold on a minute. Did I say hockey? They want to put soccer, football, baseball. You know, you go in there and you put all these sports things in here. You're going to have hundreds of cars driving into here every weekend. This place is going to be a cluster. It's going to be really bad. But you know, this is how the city thinks. They have some open property. They want to make it a sports facility so that everybody can come over here, and they want to make it a dog park. They repeated that over and over again. That's been a big request for a long time. And the nice thing would be make this a dog park and make it an open area for people to just come over here. There's another park in the city not too far away, and I used to go to that park all the time. I don't go to that park at all, mainly because the people that go to that park now don't want to go to the park in their own neighborhood because it is very unsafe and not a place you'd want to go. So they go to the Westchester Park, and the locals of Westchester Park no longer go there because the Westchester Park is not what it used to be. Let's just leave it at that. It is definitely not what it used to be, and there have been some problems there. Not a lot, but there have been some gunfire and shootings and some problems. So take from that what you want. Once they open this place up to a major park area, you are going to have a big problem. Not a big problem, you're going to have a huge neighborhood problem with it's not going to be what it used to be. So as far as the park idea, I think by the time the city is done doing what they're going to do, I don't know if I'll be alive. I don't know if I'll be living here. I don't know if I'll care. I don't know if I'll be worried about dealing with all the traffic. Well, I probably would. Anybody who lives out here is not going to be happy with the amount of traffic coming in and out of this area. Definitely not. And like I said, once the city throws in all these parks and soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever they're going to do, this place is going to be, it's not going to be the same. I'm not going to say it's going to be ruined because I believe in progress, but it is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the quiet area that it is now. So as far as Miss Large and in charge, whichever building she lives in here, probably down there, I don't know. I don't believe the dirt thing. I don't believe the noise thing. I don't believe they're looking in her window. Okay, let's watch one truck make a turn. So nothing's going to be happening here for the next couple days until they get the results back from the water analysis on if it's going to need to be compacted. So that's why all we're seeing right now are lots of trucks coming in and out of here, taking out the dirt. And I guess I'm going to end the video. I don't think I'm going to come out here for a Tuesday. It's supposed to be pouring rain Tuesday night. So this thing is going to be a humongous mess. I don't think I'm going to be out here when it's rainy or when it gets colder. So today's Tuesday, Wednesday. You won't see me on. No video update Wednesday. Probably nothing Thursday if it's still cold or wet. And I don't even know if I'll come back the rest of the week. I've got a lot of videos I have to shoot. If you like this stuff, thumbs up. Only thumbs up. Don't do that dislike. Share the video. You want to donate to my channel, ask for my info. If there's a product you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I will do a review. That's what the channel's all about, is reviews and education. And as far as my comment about that large and in charge, nope, I don't have a bad attitude. She had the bad attitude. I'm just passing that along. As far as the meeting dragging on forever, I don't have a bad attitude. I just could not wait to get out of there. 30 minutes of not much info. So, and but they did have food there, and it was a nice room. It just wasn't big enough, and I think they're going to take care of that. They'll probably address that for the next meeting, because it's probably going to be even bigger. I doubt that I will show up for the next meeting, but I might, just to pass on the info. And what else did I want to say? As far as my comments about them, the Westchester Park, I'm just telling you what everybody in the neighborhood knows. It's been around here for a while. Westchester Park sucks. It's nothing like it used to be. I would never walk through that park at night, and I used to walk through that park all the time. A lot of homeless people, a lot of people that don't live in the neighborhood, that are escaping their own neighborhoods, and then you get the message. So, not being bitter, that's just how it is in this world. Okay, so we've got some activity here. Is this guy working on this mound of dirt, or is he flattening out the ground? It's just a quiet day in the hood. And that's going to be the end of the video. I'm going to go post this thing tonight, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Maybe Tuesday, a couple days, or maybe next week. Two scoops per. It's going a little slower than yesterday. I don't know if the dirt consistency is different or if it's all wet. I know they're going at the normal pace. I still don't see why they don't have two of these guys filling up the trucks to get the things done faster. It's not going to cost that much more money. All right, people, just had a talk with somebody who was out here about what they're doing. It's so dry out here. I'm choking all over the place. It's really dry. So, what's this guy gonna do? I'm really surprised more people don't come out here and watch this. I see a few people every couple days walking around with their cell phones, but nobody seems to be out here. So I got to go to lunch with one of my friends. Got to head on back over and make plans. And like I said, I'll be back in a couple days or a week. Peace out, everybody. Really kind of funny because the person that I was just talking to, right after I recorded all that stuff about Westchester Park and what they're going to do here with this property, and she came over and she started talking, and she says, what are they going to do to this place? What are they going to put in here? And I'm worried that this is going to become a homeless park, and we're going to have people coming over here that hang out at Westchester Park now that don't even live in the area, and they're going to turn this area into a really bad place. So I'm obviously not the only person that had those comments or thoughts. So I just thought it was fascinating that 2 minutes after I turn off the recorder, somebody's telling me the exact same thing I put on tape.